Good evening. Welcome to our presentation, the webinar tonight, Plan Your Path to Graduation. Before we get started, we had a few reminders posted on the screen to make sure that have a pen handy as we will give you an opportunity to process through each segment of tonight's presentation. And also, you can write down your questions as we are presenting those questions that come to mind. We will have a QR code at the end of the presentation where you can submit your questions, and we will be posting a frequently asked questions document to a website that we have. We also want to make you aware that tonight's webinar is being recorded. The outcomes for this evening, we want our families to have the opportunity to analyze the various graduation pathways and scholarship opportunities. Also, from the information that we provide to you, you will see that we offer a plethora of courses and are confident that your student will find the courses that will interest them. This will also give you and your student the opportunity to draft out a roadmap for their courses that align to their post-secondary goals, and also give you an opportunity to make note of some deadlines that are coming up for the 2026-27 course registration cycle. We will be pointing or referencing some resources that are listed on this website. If you go to cfisd.net/grad pathways, you will see reference links for some of the resources noted in this presentation. Also, this video will be posted on that website. The QR code and link are also posted at that site. And soon to come, this Thursday, we will have the FAQ posted. The mission for Cypress-Fairbanks ISD is to equip students today to make an impact tomorrow. And so our presentation tonight is grounded in that mission. To get started, we want you to think about in what grade will your student be for the 2026-27 school year. We will be referencing some information further through this presentation that it's important for you to have in mind what grade will your student be in for the next school year. Also, the audience for this presentation tonight is we have families from 6th grade to 12th grade who are joining us. Our 12th grade families will get a chance to just confirm that the courses they have taken are ready and to go for graduation that will happen in May. Also, we'll have some scholarship information. We know our seniors are in the midst of applying for scholarships. And for our other grade levels, again, planning for next year will be coming up here soon. We do want to note for those families who are in 6th and 7th grade, or your student is in 6th and 7th grade, by the time your student makes it to high school, there could be some changes that have occurred. We are always updating our materials to be in alignment with the state expectations and policies. So the first part of the segment is we are going to talk about several references to the course description guide. So the link that we had provided on the screen just shortly ago, and once you click on that, it will take you to this page. And if you click on course description, some of the slide information that you will see here shortly is in the course description guide. The next slide will also let you see an image of the high school course description guide for the 26-27 school year. So if you click to the next slide, you will see if you scroll down on that page, because also our 25-26 course description guides are still posted. But if you scroll down just a little, you will see the course description guide for high school and middle school for next year posted on our website. So let's get started. The first thing that we want to point out to you is that there are certain classes that students are required to take by the state law in order to graduate. And students need 26, at least 26 credits to graduate. We've highlighted here for students who entered ninth grade during the year of 2018 and beyond, up into this past school year, this is the graduation plan that you will follow. You can see closer, again, if you go to the course description guide, which is on page 24 and 25 of the course description guide. Students who entered ninth grade between 2018 up until 2024, 25, 24, the students would need 4 years of English. PACE is a required course that all ninth graders have to take. 4 math classes, with one of those math classes being an advanced math course. 4 science courses, with one of those science courses being an advanced science course. And 3 social studies courses. 2 languages other than English, we call them LOTE classes. Health, PE, a year of PE, a year of fine arts, and 6 elective classes, which would equal to 26 credits. However, in the box that's listed 26-27 for the class of 2029, that is this year's ninth graders. So if your student is currently in ninth grade, your graduation plan is slightly different in that health is not a required course for you, and your student would have the option to take 6.5 elective credits. But again, on page 25 of the high school course description guide, you can see the list of courses. To get the 26 credits, you may have noticed on the previous slide, they had endorsements. Endorsements are a specialized sequence of courses similar to when students go to college and they indicate a major, and so they're taking courses that are specific to that major. And so this allows students to focus their high school education and courses on a specific area of interest, such as STEM, business, industry, public service. We will see the others on the next page. So again, selecting an endorsement is a key part to earning those 26 credits as required by the state. On pages 28 and 29 of the course description guide, you can see the course offerings specific to the different endorsements. As I mentioned, there are 5 different endorsements: STEM, business and industry, public service, arts, humanities, and multidisciplinary. So studies. So as you and your student are mapping out those courses each year, this is a great guide to reference to begin your planning. Another point that we wanted to make tonight is grade point average. Not all A's are created equal. The A's are determined, or they're weighted based on the rigor of the course, and that directly impacts the cumulative GPA and class rank. There are some high school credit courses that can be taken in middle school, as noted on the third bullet. But before I get there, so any high school credit course that is taken after eighth grade, including correspondence courses, night courses, college courses taken for dual credit, college credit by exam, and summer school are all average in the class rank, with the exception of student assistant, local credit, and some credit courses that are taken on the pass-fail option. Again, high school, there are some high school credit courses that are offered in middle school. And so students will complete those by the end of the eighth grade year. They will not count in the GPA, with the exception of if your student takes geometry in middle school, biology, art one, and a third level or higher foreign language. Those are ranked or included in the student's high school GPA. So, referenced in that high school course description guide on page 21, you can see that there are two grading scales based on which class or freshman class your student is in. So, students who are graduating through the class of 2029, the top chart applies to them. As I mentioned on the previous slide, the grade point scale is based on the level of rigor. Last school year, we had an update, and we have distinguished that advanced placement and dual credit courses are a higher level rigor than our K level or advanced academic courses. And so, starting in the class of 2030 and beyond, the lower chart is the grade point scale that will be used. Again, you can reference the chart on page 21 in the high school course description guide. No, that was a lot of information in 12 minutes. So we want to give you about 3 minutes to think about what are three things you've learned from that brief section of our presentation. What are two items that you found to be interesting and would like to know more information about those two items? And what's one question, at least one question, that you still may have? Again, we will give you 2 minutes to kind of process through the information you just heard. Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Nelson. I'm Vivian Bennett with Curriculum and Instruction, and I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Nelson at this time.
We've just taken a few minutes to learn a little bit about advanced placement and dual credit as part of the course description booklet. And I just want to share a little bit more with you. What is advanced placement? What is dual credit? What is the difference? Let's take a look. CFISD and Lone Star College Cyfair have an agreement allowing students who meet specified criteria to earn both high school and college credit at the same time for specific high school courses. The state of Texas has made dual credit available to all grade levels where practical. Students must meet both high school and college prerequisites to access these dual credit courses. Who and where are the instructors? The students' instructors are taught at either Lone Star College or they are their high school teachers who are credentialed as adjunct professors with Lone Star College. The location of the courses may be taught at the high school, on the Lone Star College campus, or online. The benefits are many. The students may earn high school and college credit at the same time for the same course. It could shorten the time needed to obtain a college degree. They gain valuable college experience in a very supportive environment with our CFIST teachers, and they have a very challenging and rewarding high school experience. As Dr. Bennett said, not all A's are created equal, and it can enhance their high school GPA, as most dual credit courses are weighted credit. Dual credit coursework is accepted at Texas public colleges and universities and private institutions, and even outside the state of Texas as well. And the studies show that taking a dual credit course doubles the chances of a student completing college, as research shows that students who complete just one dual credit course are more likely to earn a degree. The steps to enrolling in a dual credit course are first to attend the campus dual credit information meeting hosted by your student's campus, apply through Apply Texas, meet any prerequisite criteria or testing requirements as required, register for the classes on the campus, pay any applicable fees, and remain up to date on your coursework and monitor and attend tutoring when needed. In order to enroll in a dual credit course, students will need an overall average of a 75 or higher in the previous year's spring semester K, AP, or DC level course, or maintain an 85 or higher in the previous year's on-level course. The student must also have successfully completed any high school prerequisite requirements, as well as any college requirements necessary, and when required, complete any placement testing as needed. The student must also have approval at the campus and the guardian for registration, and the student must receive approval from the college for college admission through the admissions process and completing all paperwork necessary. In order to earn credit for a dual credit course, the student must pass with a C or above, and credit is awarded when the student completes the course. The student will begin their college transcript, and the grade will be included on both the high school transcript and the college transcript. And then the credit is transferred to the receiving college or universities, again, at all Texas public colleges and universities, private institutions, and even outside the state of Texas where needed. It is always the responsibility of the parent and student to verify with the individual college or university regarding the academic requirements for that institution. The cost of dual credit is no cost for tuition. The students must only pay applicable fees. Students who enroll in courses at the college location or online will be responsible for the cost of textbooks, but students who are enrolling in the courses at the high school, there is no cost for textbooks. Students who receive services for free and reduced lunch may qualify for tuition assistance, and we ask that you view the dual credit page on the district website or contact the dual credit team for additional information. Advanced placement. Advanced placement allows students to take college-level courses and the related AP exam to potentially earn college credit. Advanced placement exams take place each May and are scored on a scale of 1 to 5. There are 38 advanced placement courses offered in multiple subject areas in CFISD. Districts and schools choose which courses they offer. Many colleges grant credit or advanced placement or both for qualifying AP exam scores. The AP courses are taught by specifically trained high school teachers using a curriculum approved by College Board. These AP courses are taught at the high school campus. The benefits of advanced placement are once again that students learn rigorous college level content and skills. They're presented with the opportunity to earn valuable college credit and placement, and they must verify within individual college or universities those academic requirements. They're able to move to upper level college courses sooner. AP courses again provide students with a challenging and rewarding academic experience, and they enhance high school GPA as AP courses are weighted credit. The steps to becoming an AP student are open to any student who meets the criteria in the CFISD course catalog. They must maintain a 75 or higher in the previous year's spring semester K, AP, or DC level course, or maintain an 85 or higher average in the previous year's on-level course. College credit is earned when the student passes the AP exam. Individual colleges and universities, not the College Board nor the AP program, grant college credit course credit and placement. They are accepted throughout the nation and most colleges and universities, but again, students must verify the policy with individual college or university. Typically, an AP exam requires a score of 3 or higher for AP credit. There is no cost for enrollment in the AP courses. However, there is a fee for the corresponding AP exam. Students who receive services for free and reduced lunch may qualify for assistance. Please view the advanced placement page on the district website or contact the grade level counselor at the campus for additional information. All of this information, including additional coursework, College Academy, and other options for advanced course for college readiness, may be found on the Advanced Academics page. And you may reach out to your dual credit team or your grade level counselor at the home campus for information. And at this time, we'd like you to decide or to reflect on 3 things that you learned from the presentation, 2 items you found interesting and would like to know more about, and 1 question you may still have. We'll take a few minutes for that. I'm happy to turn it over to Mark Williams for our career and technology education.
Thank you, Ms. Nelson, and welcome everyone to the presentation tonight. My name is Mark Williams. I am the Director of Career and Technical Education with Cypress-Fairbanks ISD. I'll often refer to Career and Technical Education as CTE. As you can see on the screen in front of you, one of CTE's logos is Opportunities Start Here. In CFISD, we provide our students the opportunities to pursue programs of studies in everything from A to W, in this case, from agriculture science to welding. For example of courses offered, programs of studies offered in between the A to W, business, JROTC, health science, manufacturing, robotics, and that is just to name a few. We offer 30 programs of studies in this district. So depending on what your interests are, what your future job goals are, we offer opportunities for you. Okay. Secondary career and technical education refers to career-focused educational programs offered at middle and high school level that prepare students for college, career, and the workforce. We offer CTE courses in all 20 middle schools and all 12 high schools. In CFISD, the earliest you could enroll in a CT course is in 7th grade. So that is a great opportunity for our students. They could start planning their the next 4 to 6 years of their life in 7th grade. Some core features of CTE that you'll find no matter which campus you go to in Cypher ISD is 1, rigor and relevance. This is not your old-fashioned CT courses that I might have taken when I was in school. These are rigorous, challenging academic courses, and they're connected to real-world industry experience and careers. Again, our goal is to prepare students for post-secondary goals, or even to help them put themselves through school. Another core feature is skill development. We're emphasizing on technical skills. We are teaching students how to use technical machines, equipment, computers, programming, problem-solving skills, professional soft skills. We want to help students when they leave our schools or are looking for their first job opportunities to actually go shake hands and interview, to make eye contact. We want our students to be successful and be able to find a job. The next thing we discuss is career clusters, and our courses are organized into 14 national career clusters. And again, that's everything from health science, information technology, business, architecture, construction, you name it, more than likely we offer. One thing that I will stress, and Dr. Bennett referred to it earlier too, depending on what your grade limit is, industry is continually changing. So what courses we offer today might be slightly different 6 years from now. Courses we offer today might be different 2 years from now. So one of the most valuable tools I'm going to recommend to you is that you use and reference our course description book and the CTE website. And I'll show you those sites at the end of this presentation. But that would be a goal you need to use because things are constantly changing in industry. The next thing that we offer in Cypher ISD is industry-based certifications. In Cypher ISD, we want our students to graduate with more than a degree. Examples of certifications are employee recognized credentials. Example is the Microsoft Office Certified Expert Test. It could be the student marketing test. It could be the Autodesk Revit test. We offer over 50 different industry-based certifications so that you can earn them and then you could start working immediately. Sometimes those certifications are transferable to post-secondary schooling in college, or sometimes they just help the students get an interview and get a job. In simple terms, secondary CTE helps students explore careers, build technical skills, and earn credentials before graduating from high school. And I'll also say, and I'll bring this up a couple times, and at a free, if not reduced cost. So we are saving yourself and your children money by taking CT courses. One of the, I had mentioned before about the course description book, how things are going to be changing. I did want to show you the CTE course description book pages. The course description book outlines career clusters, and you can see where the arrow is, programs of studies, and certifications offered by program and by course. Again, this is a very valuable resource to help you plan for the next 4 to 6 years of your life. Each career cluster includes 4 related programs of studies. For example, on the screen in front of you is the Agriculture and Natural Resources career cluster. Again, I just went with starting with A. You will see on that page that there are 4 programs of studies offered under the Agriculture and Natural Resources cluster. You'll see a column for animal science, plant science, agriculture technology, and environmental and natural resources. Every program study follows a specific course sequence. Students should not be jumping around from program studies, and they should plan carefully to reach those advanced CT courses. Many of the courses in front of you, and when we go to the next page, you'll see that there are prerequisites to go from each level to the next level. So we want our students to be successful if they start this program of studies with principles of ag in 9th grade, that we want them to be successful in the 9th grade course. So therefore they could take the 10th grade course, the 11th grade course, and the 12th grade course. So that's why it does take time for planning. And we know our students enjoy their opportunities. They might want to take career and technical education. At the same time, they might want to do athletics for 4 years, or they might want to do band for 4 years. So we want to make sure that the students are planning appropriately. You will see that certifications are also listed under each course. So again, that certification will change from year to possibly it changes every 5 years. So I do recommend that you do check this book, depending on what grade level you currently are. Each program study culminates in a practicum or work-based learning experience. We want our students to be well-rounded in CT. We want them to take the skills that they've learned in engineering or manufacturing or health science and actually go apply that in the real world industry while you're still a senior in high school and provide you with opportunities to continue learning, make mistakes, maybe decide that program study was, maybe that's not for you. Maybe you want to go explore something else. So we really do want you to be able to take all 4 years of CTE with us. Okay, and that does require a lot of proper planning. And in this page in front of you, you'll see each program study includes the detailed pages in the course description book. So this is the program study for ag. In addition to the career cluster, the program study, the courses and certifications previously mentioned, these pages also identify whether the course is an advanced CTE course. The definition of an advanced CTE course is a course that's third or higher in the sequence of courses, the level courses. So we want the students to take that third level course. We want them to take that fourth level course. In the course description in front of you, you'll see an advanced CTE course is identified as an A. If the certification accounts for accountability, you'll see there's a P on the screen. So we want students to take certifications that's going to help them later on in life. You'll also see that any cost that might be associated with these courses, you'll see a $sign, $2 signs, and $3 signs. Our goal in CTE is to provide as many opportunities at a free or reduced cost as possible, and we meet that goal. I'll give you an example of cosmetology. Really, it's on the next screen, but I'll mention it even here. You could take cosmetology with us for 3 years of your high school career. It's $25 for the permit, and it might be another $50 for the supplies you need. And that's how much it's going to cost you. So maybe $75. If you were to take the cosmetology course outside of CFISD in any school, a post-secondary school, that might cost you anywhere from $13,000 to $18,000. We are saving you thousands of dollars. So that's why we want you to be successful in our courses and take those classes. Also identified on this page would also be if there's technology requirements of the course, because again, we are teaching programming, we are teaching robotics. Even in our fashion design course, we are using NASA industry-based sewing machines that require programming. So students who are sewing have to know how to operate be able to program the sewing machine. So we do expect our students to be able to use technology. There is a course description of each course, and then again, there's a prerequisite. So we truly want every student to be able to take those courses. I'm sorry, I got a little behind. And going back to the industry-based certifications. In CFISD for the 25-26 year, we had over 20,000 certifications attempted. Of that 20,000, we had 15,000 plus that were actually earned. That is what we want, truly. We want our students to earn those certifications and to put it on their resume, to put it on their transcript, and when they're applying for post-secondary opportunities, whether it's a trade school, a four-year university, or going right into industry, they have that certification that shows that they've mastered a skill. These industry-based certifications are credentials recognized by employees as part of technical skill mastery. Examples, again, I mentioned earlier, could be CNA, Adobe Certified Professional, real estate license, cosmetology license. If we truly offer, so we offer about 60 different certifications in CTE. And again, our goal really is for our students to graduate with more than just a diploma. So when they're walking across that stage, we are celebrating the fact that not only do they have their degree, but they also have an industry-based certification that will help them get a job. So we are extremely proud of our goals in CFISD CTE. Going to go to the next page. And again, our goal for CTE is to ensure all students graduate with a plan, skills, and credentials for success in the chosen post-secondary opportunities. So this might not be the end all you might take a hospitality class, a culinary class, and earn your food protection manager, you might just decide maybe that's not the plan, your program that you want to do post-secondary, but you do have a certification that will allow you to work while you're putting yourself through college. So it is many opportunities for that. Okay. And then the last page for more information about CT. Again, things continually change in CT. There is a link to the our webpage, the CT webpage on CFISD. And then as well as you could follow us in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube to see all the great things we are doing in CT, because things never stop. So at this time, we're going to take a moment to reflect, and what are 3 things you learned from this presentation regarding career and technical education? What are 2 items you found interesting and would like to know more about? And is there any questions you might still have for us? So we'll give you a minute or 2 to reflect, because I know that was a lot of information. Okay, at this time, I'd like to introduce Franklin Sampson, Director of Guidance and Counseling.
Thanks, Mark, so much. As he shared, I'm Franklin Sampson, the Director of Guidance and Counseling, and my co-presenters tonight have done an excellent job at sharing with you information as it relates to the intricate details as it relates to 4-year planning, 6-year planning, and beyond. So I know that some of you may have questions in regards to post-secondary and preparing for that as well. So tonight we're going to start off with a simple question. What is financial aid? Let's start with the basics. The financial aid is money that helps families pay for college. When you take a look at grants are simply need-based and do not have to be repaid. This is money students earn by qualifying. Secondly, you have loans, and loans must be repaid. When applying for such, they can be helpful, but our goal is to maximize free money first and keep loans as low as possible. Another option as it relates to financial aid is work study. That takes place when students are enrolled at a college or university, which allows students to earn money while they're working part-time jobs and at the same time in full-time school. And then finally, scholarships. I'll talk a little bit more about that in the latter part of the presentation. The scholarships can be used based upon, or can be obtained based upon academics, leadership, talent, service, or special circumstances. Like grants, they're free money and come from colleges, organizations, employers, and community groups. Financial aid isn't just one thing, it's a combination of resources that can make college much more affordable. As we look at the next slide, the question is raised, why does financial aid matter? First, financial aid matters because it makes college affordable. This is important because many times there's a huge sticker price. When you look at some of the websites, there's a huge sticker price that's attached to attending a certain university these days. And the reality is sometimes it may be a little scary, but few families pay the actual cost for the full tuition and the all other fees that go into the total cost for any institution of higher learning. Secondly, it reduces debt. Financial aid reduces debt. Every grant, every scholarship, every dollar earned, of course, is important. And anytime that you can receive a grant or a scholarship, it can minimize the total cost for that institution. Thirdly, financial aid opens up the door to many opportunities. Many students have obtained such, And when they do so, it makes college surprisingly affordable. One very important point to mention to parents tonight is the completion of financial aid is often required in the student's senior year. As a matter of fact, it is one of the graduation requirements in our district, in the state of Texas, for Texas public schools. Students are required to complete the FAFSA application or TASFA if they do not have a Social Security number. Waiting too long may mean missing out on money or opportunities, because many times it's on a first come, first served basis as it relates to certain colleges and university. Financial aid shouldn't be an option. It's a key part of planning with the college process. As we look at the financial aid timelines, timing plays a huge role in financial aid success. Freshman through junior year, these are the foundation stages. Students should begin exploring careers and researching scholarships early. Please note that all scholarships aren't for just seniors. There are scholarship opportunities for those who are underclassmen as well as juniors. Families should also take a look at the CFISD website and attend the financial aid night that usually takes place in the month of October and is hosted at the Berry Center. During the senior year, ladies and gentlemen, this is really when the action truly matters. The FAFSA usually opens on October the 1st annually. That's something new for most parents because many years ago it used to open up a lot later, but that date has been moved up. October 1st is usually the time that it does so, and we recommend that you apply early. Families can look at the CFISD website, and then again make sure that you reach out to the financial aid offices at the universities or college in which your student plans on attending. Scholarships are also critical during this time because though there are scholarships available for underclassmen and juniors, most of the scholarships will be applicable to seniors. Many deadlines fall between the months of October and December. That is not to say that others are beyond that point or before, but the majority of scholarships are during that season. Most colleges, it's important for us to note that most colleges typically submit such or would like to see their applications completed before the spring semester. They really want those FAFSA forms completed before that point in time. From this slide, the takeaway is early planning equals more options and less stress. So as we look at the FAFSA form or FAFSA application, as well as the TASFA, which is for those who don't have Social Security numbers, before completing the FAFSA or TASFA, both the student and the parent need to create, or the TASFA, both the student and the parent need to create a FSA ID. That's a federal student aid identification. That's a combination of your password and username, and you will use that for the U.S. Department of Education online system. This acts as your electronic signature, and doing this early prevents delays that may come later. Once FAFSA opens around October 1st, complete it as soon as possible. I can't reiterate that enough. Don't wait. Some aid is awarded on a first-come, first-served basis, as I shared earlier. Also, it's important to note, some colleges require a completed FAFSA just to be considered for certain scholarships, even merit-based ones. Completing the FAFSA is one of the most important steps families can take on the road to planning for success. We look at university and other scholarships. There are many types of scholarships that are available. There are merit-based, there are need-based, community, employer, and national scholarships all available. Universities often offer their own scholarships. but each college has its own application process and deadlines. So paying attention to the details is key. My very own son, who attends Louisiana State University, is a petroleum engineering major. His tuition was roughly $10,000 or so per semester for just tuition. But he continued to apply for scholarships, and this past semester, I'm only paying $500. So it's so important for you to continue to apply for university-specific scholarships. We strongly encourage that, and it's not just for a handful of people. It could be for all, but you only find out if you apply. And the reality is there are multiple smaller scholarships that can add up, a combination of multiple smaller scholarships that can add up, and each dollar truly matters. Please note that you should never pay for a scholarship application or scholarship. It's an important reminder to beware of scams. Families should never have to pay to apply for a legitimate scholarship. CFISD scholarships and resources. I know you're wondering, where do I find these scholarships? Well, I have the answer for you. They're all housed on the CFISD website. We have a host of scholarships that we have vetted and are available at this current time. If there's a scholarship that has passed, the deadline is passed, we will remove that, and then we do our very best to make sure that we have as many scholarships that are applicable to our CFISD students as possible. Students can access this scholarship by going to the guidance and counseling page, or you will also see a link on the landing page that you access this webinar from. It will be readily available for you. So please take a look at that and continue to monitor it in the days and months to come. Encourage each one of your students to look out for new scholarship opportunities that may pop up at any given time. As you're planning high school courses and looking at scholarship opportunities and looking at different universities across the nation and beyond, it's important for you to understand that all universities are not open enrollment institutions. So preparing now is so important. Course planning matters, as Katrina, as Dr. Bennett, and as Mr. Williams shared earlier. The importance of adequate planning is so key when looking at middle school and high school. Students should choose courses that align with their career interests and graduation requirements. Advanced courses, dual credit courses, can impact their college admission eligibility and readiness. Thoughtful planning helps align academics with the student's intended major or career path. Every course choice plays a role in future opportunities. If you're looking at a highly selective or your students planning on attending a highly selective institution or a high Ivy League campus, then it's so important to take a look at the GPA structure that's aligned with your graduating class. When we are planning for such, counselors have shared from the 8th grade to 11th grade the importance of Zello, and that's a software program that we utilize for pre-registration purposes, as well as the Home Access Center. So as you review your students' information as it relates to the courses for next year, the Home Access Center portal, we have a verification window that typically takes place from April the 20th through April the 30th, with all changes due on April 30th for next year's courses. Again, the window for course verifications, in other words, the courses that your student is planning on taking and the level for next year, you should see that information in the Home Access Center, the parent portal, and you'll have an opportunity between April 20th and April 30th to make the changes. This is a critical time to ensure that courses and electives align with your long-term goals. Home Access Center and Zello. We are currently working with Zello, which is a software platform. You will soon receive, those parents of our secondary students will receive a parent portal or family portal link that will come directly from Zello. When doing so, you will be able to explore career paths, match interest to college majors, and plan four-year academic pathways. You've heard a lot about that tonight, DC courses, career paths, and the like. You'll be able to map all of that out in Zello, which is a third-party piece of software that's extremely helpful when searching for colleges, universities, career paths, and more. Doing so, the college selection steps during the junior year, not only are courses important, but it's also important to mention tonight that students should, if they can, visit colleges and universities. Take advantage of those college days. Take advantage of going out and visiting universities and colleges near and far. If you can't go physically, then try to attend or try to research them virtually. It's an added benefit that you have now with many having virtual videos that you can definitely take a look at online. Some colleges and universities still require the SAT and ACT, so please take a look at those university and colleges websites, and they will spell out if they require it or not. Research the majors and the cost that goes with those colleges and or universities. Every institution is different, so the only way to find out is to take a look at the projected cost on their website or other search engines that will provide similar like information. My suggestion is during the junior year, have at least 3 to 5 colleges that your student is taking a look at. And then in the senior year, try their very best. Of course, this is not required, but this is guidance. Limit it down to 3 colleges or universities. 1 that's a stretch. 1 that's guaranteed admissions based upon class rank and SAT or ACT scores. And then 1 school that's in the middle. Again, that's just guidance. It doesn't work for everyone, but it definitely is valuable information that I think will help some. During the senior year, please make sure that you apply for colleges and universities early. Compare financial aid offers. Again, because if a student is planning on attending school out of state, there are some out-of-state tuition waivers that are available. In addition to that, there are other universities that love Texas students and will, of course, award certain scholarship money to offset the cost so that it equals possibly the same amount that it would cost attending a college or university inside of the state of Texas. Also, ladies and gentlemen, usually there's a deadline, National Decision Day. Of course, many students make the decision well before then, but May 1st is usually the National Decision Day as it relates to colleges and universities. This process is about finding the best fit academically and financially. We're nearing the end here. So here are a few tips for parents and students. Start early. Start early. Planning truly pays off. We want to encourage our students to keep their grades up. GPA matters for admissions and scholarships. We want to encourage our students to stay organized, track deadlines on a calendar, whether it's a Google Calendar or Microsoft Outlook calendar or paper calendar. Keep track of those deadlines. Communicate regularly with their campus counselor. They can visit their counselor either at Counselor's Corner for the majority of our secondary campuses, or fill out a request to see the counselor, or whatever that process is. If they see their counselor in the hallway, ask about certain items. We love to help students. You don't have to do this alone. Support is available. As we look at the questions, you can go to our website, the CFISD Guidance and Counseling website, or our counseling office. on our multiple campuses. You can talk to a financial aid rep at any college or university. FAFSA help resources are also available online, and scholarship workshops and events that happen multiple times throughout the course of the year. Again, our financial aid night is usually in November each year, and our college night is usually in October, the middle of October each year. Asking questions early can save time, money, and a ton of stress later. So I'm going to give you a few minutes just to take a look at, I guess what we'll do, there you go. What are 3 things you've learned from my segment of the presentation? I know that I've given you a lot as rapid fire here. What are 2 items you found interesting and would like to know? You guys have it by now. This is the 3rd time you've been asked this. And then finally, what is 1 question that you still have? Thank you guys for your time. I'm going to give you a few minutes to process, and we're going to turn it right back over to Dr. Bennett to close us out tonight.
Each of our secondary campuses host a informational meeting in the fall or early spring as students begin to prepare selecting courses for the upcoming year. As we mentioned throughout the presentation or at the beginning of the presentation, to note your questions on the web page that we showed at the beginning, there is a place for you to submit any questions that you might have. There's a form available for you to submit the questions, or you may use this QR code to take you to the same form to submit the questions. We will take the questions submitted, and we will, on Thursday of this week, the 29th, we will post an FAQ based on the questions that we have collected this evening. I want to take a moment to thank our host for tonight, Ms. Nelson from Advanced Academics, Mr. Williams from Career and Technology, Mr. Sampson from Guidance and Counseling, Mr. Sapavala from Instructional Technology, who is helping to string this event. And a special thank you to our communications department, who have been instrumental in planning and implementing tonight's webinar. Thank you for your time. We are confident this information has been timely, knowing that course selections are coming up here shortly, and that the information will definitely point you in the right place to begin drafting those course selections for next year. Thank you and have a great evening.